JBN, we keep you informed. Teenager killed at home in Trelawny. Detectives from the Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB in Trelawny, are probing the killing of a teenager who was shot by unknown assailants at his home in the parish on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as 19-year-old Nicholas Orton, otherwise called Bada Bada, of Ide District, Clarkstown, Trelawny. Reports are that the police were called after the teen's father went home and found him suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the killing. The Trelawny police and other stakeholders staged a peace march in Clarkstown last month in the wake of an upsurge of violence in that rural community. DPP rules allege rogue cops in Shedwin Park shooting to be charged. 2 of the 3 policemen who allegedly gunned down a businessman at a party in Shedwin Park, St. Catherine last month are to be charged with murder, law enforcement sources have revealed. Corporals Kirk Fraser and Ramon Scott will be charged with murder, manslaughter, shooting with intent, and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Scott will also be slapped with an additional charge of illegal possession of firearm. It is believed that they are the only persons who will face criminal charges arising from the wild, high-speed gun battle that ensued after businessman Sheldon Jr. Staley was shot to death at the party. According to reports, an off-duty policeman who witnessed the incident challenged the 3 men who shot Daley, unaware they were his colleagues. The 3 cops reportedly fled the scene in a police-issued Nissan motorcar and was chased by the off-duty cop through the streets of the Holt capital. The high-speed gunfight ended when the Nissan motorcar collided with another vehicle at the intersection of Brunswick Avenue and Job Lane. When the dust cleared, Police Corporal Ron Williams, one of the 3 cops implicated in Daley's killing, and Kevin Burrell, a visitor to the island, were pronounced dead. Scott and Fraser, who are in police custody, will appear in the Home Circuit Court on Monday. Man killed in Mandeville, drive-by shooting. A man was killed in a drive-by shooting on Smoky Street, near Ward Avenue in Mandeville, Manchester, on the night of Thursday, May 16. The deceased has been identified as 27-year-old Javon Murray of R0gue Road, Mandeville. According to police reports, 2 men who were traveling in a motor vehicle opened gunfire, hitting Murray multiple times shortly before 8 p.m. The police were alerted and Murray was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The Mandeville CIB are investigating the murder. 2 women held in $5 million cocaine bust. The narcotics police arrested 2 women, one of them of British descent, following a cocaine seizure at the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James on Wednesday, May 15. Reports are that about 12:30 p.m., both women arrived at the airport and were expected to board a flight destined to Birmingham, England. While routine checks of their luggage were being conducted, over 2.8 kilograms of cocaine was reportedly found hidden in a compartment of the luggage. Both women were subsequently arrested. The illicit drug has an estimated street value of $5 million. The women's identities have been withheld pending further investigation. Manchester police seized firearm and ammo from farmer. Detectives from the Mandeville police station have charged a man following the seizure of a firearm and several rounds of ammunition along the Royal Flat Main Road in the parish on Thursday, May 16. Reports are that about 4 p.m. a vehicle was stopped and searched. During the search, a .22 revolver with a magazine containing 4.22 cartridges was found. The man, Michael Hurst, a farmer of Melrose, Manchester, was subsequently charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He is scheduled to appear before the Manchester Parish Court on Wednesday, May 22nd. Financial institution robbed of $4 million by masked gunmen. Police investigators were up to late Thursday night, still searching for a group of masked gunmen who held up and robbed staff members at a Manchester outlet of a major financial institution of approximately $4 million during a brazen midday robbery in the parish on Wednesday. Reports are that at least 2 men wearing masks went to the establishment on Caledonia Road in the parish capital of Mandeville and held the staff members at gunpoint. After gaining access to the money, the men made their escape with a large sum of cash. Police sources said that approximately $4 million was stolen. Reports are that the men made their escape in a waiting grey Understream motor car. Detectives from the Mandeville Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB, are probing the matter. JUTC established fire teams to monitor buses. In the wake of 3 of its buses being impacted by fire this week, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, says its units will come under greater scrutiny by its maintenance department through the establishment of special fire teams at its depots. At a meeting of the company's management team yesterday morning, it was agreed that this measure will be implemented in the short term, a release from the company said. Although there is in place a monthly fire prevention maintenance program, a decision was taken to establish special fire teams across the depots with the sole purpose of assessing and monitoring the fleet fortnightly instead of monthly. The special team will be headed by a fleet engineer and has been implemented with immediate effect, the JUTC said. The state-run bus company said its team of mechanics and engineers will also ramp up control mechanisms such as valve adjustments, back pressure testing, and coolant density tests. We note the concerns from our valid customers and wish to reassure them that we do not take these fires lightly and will put all measures in place to ensure their safety, JUTC Managing Director Paul Abrahams was quoted as saying. The company said the latest incident occurred at minutes to 8 on Thursday night on Winchester and Hope Road in St. Andrew. It added that the quick action of the driver prevented the fire from spreading as he used the extinguisher to put out the blaze. He was subsequently assisted by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. The fire is suspected to have been caused by an oil leak. No one was injured and the superstructure of the bus was not compromised. The bus will be back in operation in a few days, the company said. Thursday night's incident occurred meters away from where a previous fire occurred on Tuesday night, which was caused by arson, JUTC said. Chang condemns child killings across the country. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has expressed serious concerns over the worrying trend of deadly attacks on the nation's young women and children in the wake of the brutal murder of 17-year-old Stefika Smith in the parish of Clarendon. Smith's decomposing body was discovered in George's Pen footpath, Clarendon, on Monday, May 13, 2 days after she was reported missing. Smith is the 4th child to be murdered in recent times. This is what seems to be a brutal attack on young women, and that cause of violence is the other big cause outside of the gangs. There seemed to be a callous, insensitive attack on our children, but in particular young women, Chang said. The security minister was speaking in Montego Bay, St. James earlier this week, theorized that human trafficking could be one of the driving forces behind the recent spate of slaying of females. He said the government is now strengthening its capacity to wipe out the scourge of trafficking in persons. I cannot say at this point that all of them are associated with trafficking, but that is also emerging as a major problem, and assault on our young females is something that we are concerned about. I am having discussions with both the security forces, the police primarily, and of course, to see what extent we can increase our capacity to deal with that problem, Chang said. The worst of the crimes, which includes the gangs, of course, is human trafficking, which we have to increase our activity on. We're expanding our capacity to deal with it. That is mainly the source of a lot of disrespect and little regard for the lives of our women. He stated that work has to be done with the children's advocate to also ensure that there is some level of social intervention that are targeted and effective in dealing with the challenges facing the children today. The minister further said that it is a sad occasion when you look at what's happening to our children, but we will not be deterred. We'll be ensuring that we increase our capacity to get rid of these offending individuals. Short man wanted by the police for hospital shooting. The St. James Police have reported that they have now launched a manhunt for a man who is known to them so far only as Short Man, in connection with the shooting incident, which led to 2 workmen being injured at a construction site on the Cornwall Regional Hospital compound. According to a senior officer, the suspect is believed to be living in the Mount Salem area. We're also asking any member of the public with information that could assist in our investigation to call the Freeport or Mount Salem police stations, Police 119 or Crime Stop, the policeman said. According to reports, extra security measures have now been put in place to ensure the safety of the workers at the hospital construction site. Work commenced at the site the following morning, but a number of workers were on edge and displayed signs of nervousness. Workers said that armed personnel have now been placed at the location to prevent further occurrences of similar nature. We still feel a little afraid, because the shooter's still out there, and we don't know when he might rally back upon we, one worker said. Although we see the security them, but we still have to look out for ourselves because you never know. Reports are that about 11:30 a.m. the accused, who is employed as a laborer to a construction company carrying out repairs on the hospital, got involved in a dispute with two other construction workers. During the argument, the men exchanged a barrage of expletives at each other. The accused reportedly ran from the rear of the hospital compound to a section of the Mount Salem community and returned with a firearm. He opened fire, hitting one of the men with whom he had the dispute, and also hitting another construction worker who was standing nearby. Both wounded men were rushed to the emergency unit at the hospital, where they were treated and admitted in serious condition. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.